Want to maximize your money? You have to optimize those big purchases. Find out the best time of the year to buy electronic and tech, furniture and things for your house, and snag those travel deals. Welcome to Simplify and Enjoy, the podcast and community focused on helping families have less stress and more options through minimalism and financial independence. I'm your host, Elle Martinez. This podcast is sponsored by Coastal Credit Union. Coastal's mission is to help you live a better life by offering you a better way to bank. Find out how at bankbetter.org. One of my goals with this set of episodes is to get you ready for next year in a low-key, low-stress way. Even though fall has just started, this is a great opportunity to look ahead to the next year. For us, we found that approaching this in smaller chunks makes it much easier to manage our money and hit our family and financial goals. Here's the good news. When you're preparing for the next year, you don't have to pull out the spreadsheets right now. You don't have to run projections for the next 5 to 10 years. Instead, you can start off with looking at your goals. And you can build enthusiasm for planning next year's budget by looking at things you're excited about, such as upcoming trips, new tech, or home improvement projects you want to take on. Because these are typically bigger purchases outside of your regular budget, you want to start saving ahead of time to keep your cash flow smooth. You can also try to time things so that you'll have the money ready when it's most likely to be on sale. I want to help you with this. After scouring resources like Consumer Reports, Wirecutter, NerdWallet, and much more, I compiled a list of the best times to buy things for this upcoming year. In this episode, we're going to get into each season and month so you know when is a good time to snag a deal, some tools that can help you get rebates or find the lowest prices, and then making room in your budget for those big purchases. We have a lot to cover, so let's get started. All right, I'm going to start off with now finding the best items to buy in the fall because there's still plenty of time to snatch up a great deal before this year ends. With September here, summer dying down, you can get some deep discounts on a variety of items. For things around the house, like appliances, look for dishwashers, cooktops, fridges, and freezers to be on sale. Check your local home improvement store. If you are thinking of getting a new mattress, now could be a great time to replace it because there are deals out there. Are you more of a tech person? With Apple having their keynote annual meeting around this time every year, and they had theirs recently, iPhones usually have a sale going on. Speaking of getting a new phone, it might be time to make the switch with a different carrier. I have a whole article on how to find cheap smartphone plans for you and your family. If you're planning on taking a trip this winter, now is the time to get your tickets for your flights. Cheapair.com looked at the data and found that for winter trips, you want to look around 94 days before in this window to grab those tickets at a discount. Some of my favorite tools to find deals with travel include Google Flights, Hopper, and if you already have a rewards card, look at their site. You can usually put it on a watch, so it will notify you regularly if there's a change in price, so you can feel confident in making sure that you get a good deal. So let's move on to October. I appreciate more and more the changing of the leaves and this new season really kicking into gear. As we get closer to winter, you'll notice retailers are also changing up. They're changing up their inventory, especially before the big holiday sales. And so they're selling off their inventory from this past year at a good discount. Look out for outdoor furniture and gear that can be on sale. Thermostats, smoke and carbon monoxide detectors, Things that you should make sure are always in tip-top shape. Jeans also can be on sale this time of year. I'm going to be on the lookout for that. We wrap up fall with November, which is the start of the biggest sale of the year, especially here in America with Black Friday deals. There are plenty of items that are on sale. But you do want to be strategic because sometimes a sale isn't actually a sale. I've caught quite a few ads that had items that were cheaper earlier in the year, so just keep an eye out for those. But this is the time of year to buy things like tech and electronics. I'm talking about cameras, computers, television, soundbars, smartwatches. You can save on those. If you're looking at home appliances, washing machines, and ovens, which are usually big ticket items, go on sale. And if you're looking for something a little smaller, but you still want to upgrade your kitchen, there are some tools like slow cookers, air fryers, and food processors that are available. Believe it or not, you can still get some fantastic deals in the winter. You have to be careful though, because you're going to be competing with many people shopping for the holidays, quite a few of them last minute, but there are still some sales out there. With electronics, keep an eye out for tablets, headphones, Blu-ray players, and also smaller devices. If you're looking for cookware, now could be a great time to get a deal on pots and pans that you need for this upcoming year. And there's always a flood of toys and games on the shelves. But if you are going for one of the hot items of the season, you have to go earlier. Since this is usually a competitive time to shop, I want to give you an edge and share some of my favorite tools for online shopping and also getting some discounts or rewards when you're making purchases. Check out sites like Ibotta. This is a program that you can put on your phone and app. And if you're already planning on buying certain items, check to see if they have a rebate program with that. That way you're getting some of that money back. If you're looking for a free Amazon price tracker, Camel is a helpful site. For browser extensions, I would recommend Honey that searches for coupon codes during checkout. And then Capital One Shopping also could give you discounts on your online shopping as well. So if you can, use some of those tools, lower the prices, or at least get some of that money back to you when you go shopping. Now, as we move to the beginning of the year and we're in January, you can still get some significant deals for you and your family. Fitness is on the minds of many people. They have some health goals for the year that they want to reach. So fitness trackers, treadmills, elliptical machines are out there on sale for you. Televisions are also another thing that's on sale this time of year. I mean, what's a better reason to buy a new TV than catch the Super Bowl with it? Well, if you're already planning on replacing your TV, doing it in January may be the best time. Talking about upgrading your house, if you're thinking of replacing the flooring or carpeting, you could usually find a deal in January. Believe it or not, you can get some deals on furniture because new products come out in February and August. So you can get some great deals on the previous season's items. This is why it's so important when you're buying big ticket items to look for timeless pieces, because even though it's technically out of season, if it's in style, it's in style. Finally, bedding and linen you can get on those white sales in January. If you're planning on taking a trip in the spring, cheapair.com found that 84 days is that sweet spot for finding a deal on your flight. In February, we wrap up the winter, and while it might be a short month, you can still scoop some discounts on big ticket items. How about jewelry? As a way to key in on the timing of Valentine's Day, retailers often offer sales on jewelry, chocolates, and more. Are you thinking of getting a winter coat and some clothing? Grab it now for the next season. You can usually score some great deals in the clearance aisle. Now we're into the spring, and what you'll notice is there are some deals. We're just slowly ramping them up. With March, It's actually a pretty quiet time of year. The biggest deal I saw for this month is replacement windows. So if that is something that was already in your budget and you're saving up for, March would be a good time to set that up. As we get into better weather, you can look out for grills. They are going to be on sale in March and April. Finally, with tax season beginning to wrap up in late March and April, keep an eye out for discounts on tax software. You may be able, if you typically file later, get a good deal on that. Now, April, there are some great discounts if you are going to be outdoors. I saw that yard equipment like mowers, trimmers, pressure washers, all of those are on sale because Earth Day happens this time of year. If you're looking for something that is better for the environment, like an electric lawnmower, April is the time to grab it. Not as exciting, but I should mention it, spring cleaning sales. So if you're thinking of picking up a vacuum cleaner or a bigger item for cleaning, this is the time to buy. With May, it's slowly getting into summer, and there are some great deals. Season's wrapping up with spring, so if you're talking about spring gear and apparel, you can snatch some of that up. Furniture can be on sale, especially for outdoors, and then small kitchen appliances are available in May. That's just some of the spring sales to check out. If you are planning a trip for the summer, I have some good news for you. Out of the different times of the year, summer seems like you can get a deal closer to the actual date. Cheapair.com found that 67 days seems to be that sweet spot for finding deals on flights. But I've known some people that were able to get some incredible last-minute deals. The catch is you have to be more flexible with the destination. So if you know you just want to get away from it all and you don't care if it's Mexico, Caribbean, or Florida, keep your eyes open. You may be able to score a fantastic last-minute deal. Summer can have some incredible deals if you keep your eyes open. In June, to time with Father's Day, I noticed typically we see deals like with tools such as cordless drills, smart speakers, gym memberships. And if you're expecting or have a little one, strollers are also available in June. For July, Amazon Prime Day has become a thing, and it's created a domino effect. Many other retailers, including Walmart and Target, also have sales. I've noticed that there are usually discounts on personal electronics, thinking laptops, tablets, tech like home security, and smart thermostats. Because we're gearing up for school, you're starting to see the beginning of school supplies going on sale, and that continues into August. You'll also notice that there are items like lawnmowers, swimsuits as the summer season wraps up that start to be at a good discount. Depending on what state you live in, be on the lookout for tax-free shopping for your back-to-school supplies. That could be an additional savings for you, especially if you're getting a big-ticket item like a laptop for you or your kids. I hope you appreciate that. I will have in the show notes the complete list. What you may have picked up is that there's a pattern. Certain items go on sale multiple times per year. So hopefully, if you miss something in the fall, you can see that it's available at another time, maybe next spring. I don't want you to get stressed out about finding deals. I want this to be something that you look forward to and something that you save up for. If you're like us, you probably have quite a number of accounts between the two of you, including your old 401ks. It can be difficult to stay on top of everything, especially when your old employer switches providers, which is what happened with my husband. Here's where our sponsor, Capitalize, can help. Capitalize helps you find and roll over an old 401k into an IRA of your choice for free. They handle the entire process. And yes, that includes calling your old employer or the 401k provider on your behalf. If you're ready to make managing your old 401ks much easier, Find out more at simplifyandenjoy.com/capitalize. Before we wrap up, I want to share a few key takeaways from preparing this episode. The first one is, a deal is not a deal if you weren't planning on buying it. I know some of these sales can be incredible. You see advertised prices up to 50% off, and it seems like a no-brainer. You got to go for it. But FOMO is a real thing. This fear of missing out on something is baked into the advertising and marketing. So you have to be a savvy buyer. And that's why it's so important to plan out for things, which leads to our second takeaway. Go ahead now, budget and save. So when those deals come up and you know that you want to make these purchases, that you have it right there. You don't want to make the mistake of waiting until you see those deals. Go ahead now and automate those transfers into your savings. Finally, buy out a season. You've probably noticed there were several patterns to a lot of these deals and specials. I'd go through a season, and then at the end of that one or the start of a new one, there is a slew of clothes and gear on sale for that previous season. It's a cycle that you can take advantage of by timing your buys. I hope this episode helps you save more. But if you're looking for more ways to get money set up for your big purchases, make sure you sign up for my free course, 5 Days to 5K. It's a week-long email series that's designed to help you find, save, and earn extra money to reach your family and financial goals faster. Just head over to simplifyandenjoy.com/5K. This was a fun episode to research and put together. I hope whatever purchases you have planned for next year, that this makes it go smoother and that you get a great deal on it. As always, I'll include links to the resources we mentioned today, plus some more tools that can help make managing your money easier in the show notes at Simplify and Enjoy. Next week on the podcast, we're going to switch gears a little bit. We're going to be focusing on teaching your teens how to manage their money, especially introducing them to things like investing and real estate. So if you don't want to miss out on that episode, make sure you're subscribed. We're on iTunes, Spotify, Audible, wherever you get your podcasts. Our theme song was by Staircases, additional music by various artists over at Audio. Finally, and most importantly, I want to say thank you so much, not just for listening for the show, but for all of your support. Keep sending in those questions, stories, and ideas that you have. And thank you so much for sharing your favorite episodes. I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care.